Today I'd like to address certain issues that I think are very important for all owners at the Hollywood Beach Resort Hotel Owners Association to consider. Last night I was on Facebook and I saw postings from local people in Hollywood that showed the Ocean Walk Mall first floor a fire in the back of the building coming out of the ceiling, and evidently or supposedly the fire originated from one of the 37 broken air conditioners that exist in the mall today. Both the first and second floor, if you've been there lately, you know that it's not only uncomfortable, smelly, but the majority of the air conditioners simply do not work. And they haven't worked for a long time, and the mall owners seem not to really care about anything, especially the conditions of their own property. Well, there was a fire. It presented a serious, or at least brought to light a very serious life safety issue that affects all of us, all of the other 398 condo owners. If the mall burns down because of neglect in the rest of the building's at risk also, which means your unit, my unit, and every unit in our building. But I'd like to talk about a few key issues. And I don't want to be sidetracked by the postings that are taking place on the owners forum, where certain individuals enjoy attacking me, my son, the board members, or what some people are trying to promote as a new direction that we should be taking at the Hollywood Beach Resort. I believe, and based upon a lot of the people that have been contacting me, I believe we need new leadership at the Hollywood Beach Resort, and I also believe it's obvious to most people. Now, whether you like me or not shouldn't really matter if you want to take the Hollywood Beach Resort and your investment into the future in a direction that is positive rather than negative. Over the last 10 years, I've been gone from the Hollywood Beach Resort for all practical purposes, and look where you are today. You went from a national Ramada franchise to basically a flop house. And now that we're going into high season, we have a new challenge to face, and that's the one, not only the condition of the mall, the horrific first impression that it welcomes all first-time visitors, but we now have Andrew Schecher, the second floor mall owner. He took his units off the hotel rental program, and he's elected to convert his units into a college dormitory. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, you've seen my posting along with a picture that appears to be one of his rooms, about 300 square feet, has a set of bunk beds and 2 day beds, which means you now have 4 unrelated people renting one hotel room at a oceanfront resort on Hollywood Beach. And my question is, how stupid is this? Who in their right mind would want to turn a resort hotel into a college dormitory? Over the years, we've been faced with challenges of just spring breakers coming to the Hollywood Beach Resort and the damage and the problems that they bring with them. Now we're faced with coming off a horrific, if not the worst year ever in the history, almost the 100-year history of the Hollywood Beach Resort, moving into high season. And we're faced now with new challenges. Challenges over and above the air conditioners that don't work, over and above the elevators don't work, over and above the smelly carpets and dirty carpets, and the general condition of both the first and second floor. It's beyond disgusting. But now we have one of the mall owners, Mr. Schecher, Andrew Schecher, creating a college dormitory at the peak of high season. Now, this is not acceptable to me. It should not be acceptable to you. And I believe it's even a violation of the city zoning and building codes. It is not logical. Common sense dictates no oceanfront resort has ever, especially one as huge as ours, turned their hotel operation into a dormitory operation? Is this the beginning of the end? Is this the solution that the Scheschers now have for the Hollywood Beach Resort? I don't know, but I do know it has to end. And it will not end unless we get new leadership, whether it be me or anybody else that has the means, the ability, the intelligence, and the willingness to take us to where we need to be at the Hollywood Beach Resort. And in my opinion, we need to be the second most popular hotel on the Hollywood Beach Broadwalk. We need to be the Biltmore or the Breakers of Hollywood Beach. We need to be a historic property that is old but clean and comfortable, and a property that can demand an easy $150 a night rental for all of those people who want to stay at Margaritaville but can't. And for all of those people that book at Margaritaville, that create an overflow business that can come to our property. We have been led down a one-way street, and it's impossible to turn around unless you have a roadmap and somebody in the driver's seat that can do it for you. I believe that I'm that person. I believe with the help of my son and a new board of directors comprised of owners who simply want to do what's best with the Hollywood Beach Resort. You don't have to be my friend. You don't have to agree with everything I say. You just have to want what's best for the Hollywood Beach Resort. There are 7 seats on the board. That means there are 7 people collectively that can make decisions, but you need a leader that can lead those 7 people into the right decisions. You need to have the issues, the real issues, put on the table and discussed among those who are elected and action taken. This has not happened for over 10 years. I'm not here today to tell you all about what Jackie did and why we're where we are today. I'm here to tell you it has to end. It really has to end. You have a couple of people that, in my opinion, are one step above idiots that prefer to post all their diverse opinions and attacks against me and others on the HBR forum rather than stepping up and doing something about it. Rod Hatfield, I'm going to call you a cut and paste Rod. You enjoy cutting and pasting, but when it comes time to standing up and actually saying something or doing something, you hide behind the keyboard or your girlfriend. And to me, that's not acceptable. That's not a leader. Peter Felipe, I don't know what to say about you. You're all over the place. One day you're agreeing on this, the next day you're against it. You want this, you want that. The bottom line is you don't know what you want. And you're just another person who I think has good intentions, but you don't have the ability to lead anybody out of a paper bag. We need to address the real issues. I'm trying to do that, whether you like it or not. I published a website, hbrresortcondo.com. I listed my platform issues. I will change them if more become necessary. I will remove some as they're addressed. My focus is on the issues, and my focus is on saving the Hollywood Beach Resort. I'm not going to address the idiots who challenge me on the owners forum. I'm going to address all owners. I'm going to be holding owners meetings where I'll invite everybody who has a desire to save their investment, who has a desire to save our building. You're going to be welcome. I want you to come. I want you to hear what I have to say, what I propose, and I want you to ask any questions you may have. Make up your mind to either join me, oppose me, or sit on the fence and do nothing. And if you choose to sit on the fence and do nothing, nothing's going to happen, just like it hasn't for the last 10 years. When I first came to the Hollywood Beach Resort, the units are selling for $39,900. You can go up and down Hollywood Beach and you could see the signs posted by the first floor real estate office. Could buy units all day long for $39,900. When I left and when I resigned, When the Ramada when we lost the franchise, units were selling for $179,900. I took the hotel from a pink hotel with Murphy beds, catering to the cruise ship business, our biggest business, to a Ramada franchise that was earning over $7 million a year to be shared among all owners. I'm tired of all the bullshit. I'm tired of people saying I'm against owners renting their own units. I'm not. You just need to follow the rules and regulations, and I'll help you. The latest postings on the owners forum, you're attacking my company for not providing the keys to your rooms. Well, it was never the responsibility or obligation of my company to provide you as a condo owner keys to your room. You get them from the condo office. You need to figure out how to give those keys to your renters, not the hotel program who has their own renters. I would suggest that you just get 2 keys from the owner and give them out to whoever rents from you. But that's inconvenient for you, so you'd rather look for a scapegoat or some other reason to blame the Schechers for your inability to perform, your inability to manage your own assets. Well, I don't accept that blame. Now, we need to stop the mall dominance. We need to stop the mall from destroying our property from the inside out like a cancer. I was excited when the Fischers arrived. I thought, just like everybody else, they were promoted as the white knight and the savior of our building. The Fischers came the first year there. They had a promise to improve our property. Well, how did that work out? Today, our property is in worse condition, as is their second floor mall, than when the day they arrived. They put Ken and Wanda Levy on the board, who in reality were nothing more than Andrew's puppets. And look where that got us. You have a deal for the timeshare that is probably the most complicated, confusing, and asinine deals I've reviewed in years. And it's a deal that we can easily avoid. You have a second floor mall that they paid, call it $1 million, maybe less, and we're in an agreement with them to pay them because they can't rent their mall, the mall area, the space, based upon representations made by Schecher. Now, I'm going to tell you that my son and Miracle Morales were part of that process that agreement started. However, now after reviewing everything, and after talking to my son and both Miracle, I don't believe the advice given by the attorney was correct. The attorney pushed us to enter into this agreement to avoid future litigation without any consideration for the fact that, or even ask, what did the Fischers actually do to rent their space other than posting some signs in the space? I don't see any progress taking place. I see 15 air conditioners not working. I see a second floor that hasn't been cleaned, has bathrooms locked, has no toilet paper in the bathrooms. How are they going to justify it? In any litigation, you have to have provable damages. What's the provable damages for the Fischers, as I now look back in retrospect? What? This, again, is where leadership comes in. This is where you need somebody that can drive our association into the future based upon a strong presence and knowledge of what has to be done, and somebody that's willing to do what has to be done in order to save our building and the investment of every owner at our building. Now, for the Felipes, for the Rod Hatfields, and for the people that choose to sell out, you want to sell out and get out, please do. Because I see the main problem at the Hollywood Beach Resort is the ownership base. You have a diverse group of owners that would rather fight with each other and criticize those who really want to do something while nothing gets done. If you want to sell out, please do. Sell out and get out. Just like every person that was leaving the country when Trump was elected, they all promised to do it, but they didn't. This Mr. Greer has been calling owners. I have owners contacting me on a regular basis, stating he's left intimidating voicemail messages. He's written them various emails. Many owners are now going to file charges with the Department of Professional Regulation against Greer. I'm truly perplexed as to why owners can't get together, elect a leader that can work for our association. I've been gone for 10 years, and every election that in my memory, not just the last 10 years, but every election, the platform of the opposing party was to get Schecher, to get rid of Schecher, to do this or to do that to Schecher, without any real details, without anything at all to address the issues, the real issues of the Hollywood Beach Resort. Well, you needed to get rid of Schecher to get O'Malley's, because O'Malley's made millions for Schecher and it would save the association. Well, go out in the back and look at O'Malley's today. It's boarded up and closed. So all I can say is, how'd that work out for you? You needed to get the front desk. Schecher had it for 1987 up until around 2010, 2009. And he was making millions. So Jackie and they needed to get that front desk because that was going to save the association. Well, go take a look at that front desk, and I'll ask you the same question. How'd that work out for you? It's vacant. Jackie bound every owner illegally to a $7.5 million lease with Ocean Walk Mall, who has not spent a penny to improve its own property at the Hollywood Beach Resort. And Ocean Walk Mall is the first impression, the most horrific impression, a first impression that any first arriving guest, first time arrival sees, is the condition of the mall. There's no excuse for this. There's no logic that can explain why owners can't unite. I don't know what to say other than, if you don't think we need new leadership, if you think that what's been happening over the last 9 years is what is best for the Hollywood Beach Resort, maybe you need to sell out and get out. I'm going to be here for a while. This will be my last effort to try and do what I can do to help my fellow owners, as I always have, to save our property, save our investment, make our investment what it should be. If you bought a condo at the Hollywood Beach Resort, maybe that's the mistake, because what you bought into was an affordable condo that gave you everything that's outside your window. Go walk the boardwalk. Go put your toes in the sand. Put your ass in the water. This is what the Hollywood Beach Resort is all about. It's affordable. It's affordable for most Americans. And it's something we can make into what it should be. It should be the last remaining piece of history for the city of Hollywood on Hollywood Beach. It is the most valuable piece of real estate on the entire East Coast. And right now we own it. And the big money developers are trying to take it away from us. So if you want to bend over and let them give it to you, so be it. Me, I'm standing tall. I'm standing proud. I have the money, the means, the ability, and the desire to do what I can to save the Hollywood Beach Resort. I used to ride over the bridge and admire that building when I was in 9th grade. Told this story many times. I played paddleball on Garfield Street. Last Sunday, I walked the boardwalk with my family, and I was reunited with memories of just how beautiful the Hollywood Beach Boardwalk and beach is. And it reminded me of why I purchased my first unit at the Hollywood Beach Resort. I don't know why you bought your unit, but I'm sure it wasn't to see it where it is today. We can make a difference. We can make a change. It starts with you voting for me, voting for my son. If Larry Mishu runs for the board, vote for him. And vote for Fagundo. Vote for whoever wants to sit on the board and place the Hollywood Beach Resort first before your own personal agenda. That's what we need. We don't need my friends on the board. We don't need people on the board that agree with me all the time. We just need people that care. We need people that care about the Hollywood Beach Resort. I'm one of them, and I hope you are too.